Maps out. It's an Asmongold video. This video is called Holy Fuck, It's Happening.
Based on a very productive meeting that I've had with the Secretary of NATO, Mark Rutte, who have formed a framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and, in fact, the entire Arctic region. This solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America and all NATO nations. Based on this understanding, I will not be imposing the tariffs that were scheduled to go into effect on February 1st. Additional discussions are being held regarding the Golden Dome.
The Golden Dome. We're really just like becoming Israel. The Piss Dome. Dude, I can't stress to you enough how much like a pest Asmongold looks. I don't mean in the sex offender way, though maybe, but I mean literally as like something that you would fumigate from your home. We call him a roach a lot because on account of his living space and how he is, but really there's like a rodent thing, but none of the cute stuff that goes with rodents, just the bad stuff. Something between a rat and a rodent. Or a rat and a roach, rather. Something between a rat and a roach. A rat roach? Roach rat. Anyway, Golden Dome, stupid. I mean, like, the whole thing is stupid. The idea that we somehow need Greenland. It seems to be, obviously, a big, like, well, this is the biggest news that I can make that isn't the Epstein files. You know what I mean? It seems like constantly they're just running away from the Epstein files and trying to do anything else to try to get the national attention on that. The Greenland issue, by the way, is underwater more than ice. I think it's negative 20% or something. He called it Iceland earlier today. The idea of breaking NATO is just crazy. We could talk about it as this goes on, of course.
As it pertains to Greenland. Further information will be made available as discussions progress. Vice President J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Steve Witkoff, and various others will be needed. As responsible for negotiations, they will report directly to me. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Boys, oh my God.
I think the only people that think this is cool are the guys like this. They're not just going to let you take it. You're gonna have to like fight a whole world war for something that isn't yours to have, and then like even to win it, it wouldn't be worth. He's only covering this because his Euro fans were turning on Trump, so he doesn't like his Euro fans, and he's trying to own them, or what? I don't know.
By the way, I told you so. I told you so. I said this was going to happen. Remember, it hasn't even been a month yet.
Gambling contract with chat. If wrong, PC rating stream and PC giveaway. Just a sponsorship thing.
It hasn't even been a month and I think I'm going to get this money, man. This is insane. So yeah, new state incoming. It's going to be a territory, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, there's no way that they would. Can you imagine? Okay, so Greenland goes from like sovereign Danish land to a territory of the United States without representation overnight. I mean, I just don't think that's going to work. I just simply don't think that that's a tenable relationship. You will have fucking Vikings at your beach. It would need a population boost for statehood, right? I don't even know, dude. It's irrelevant. If it became a state, they would immediately we'd have socialism overnight.
And that's what I'm probably guessing. I mean, I wouldn't expect that they're going to make it a state. I mean, that would be crazy. But yes, very obviously, we are having the Secretary here of State and all these guys that are organizing a deal on Greenland. Holy fucking shit. Denmark deploys large number of U.S. troops to defend Greenland from the United States. So this.
For some reason, these guys think in video game terms, and it's like, there's more of us than there are of them. There's no American convicted on taking Greenland. You can give guys all the guns you want. If they don't give a fuck, they're just going to get shot. Denmark deploys large number of troops to defend Greenland from United States.
It happened a few days ago. I didn't really cover it, but here it is. So I mean, they're using. I mean, I don't know, guys. Come on, yeah, they're sending like 100 people or something like that, and it's over, guys. It's totally over. Germany also sent troops.
Yeah, I don't know why he thinks. I mean, I do. He's an ignorant loser fascist, but you're not taking Greenland with any sort of like win. It's just not going to happen. Like, dismantling NATO is going to leave and is leaving the United States in a sort of an isolationist, we're getting fucked by our own policies, the president is bad situation. So we are about to get tariffed. I mean, you know, you're going to see American corporations start to lose prominence, and you're going to essentially give the lead to China because you're scared of them. You know what I mean? Like, to be a Republican and a fascist in general is just to be scared to the point of failure every single time.
Here's my opinion. I don't think that they don't have anywhere near the standing army that the United States does. And they don't have anywhere near the standing army that Russia or China does.
Yeah. Either Vietnam or Afghanistan. None of those. It never happens. Neither does Ukraine. You know, it's not about your fucking standing army, man. You're not from there. It's not your home. You will not fight as hard. You can carpet bomb the shit out of it, and there will still be people there willing to fucking die for it. And you're not. You know what I mean? Like, send Asmongold to the front lines then. I genuinely think if you are someone who advocates for this, one of the sentences should be, okay, then do it. So, not a subject matter expert, but we have one division of cold weather trained troops with little actual combat experience, and Greenland's forces are high mobility scout forces, an enemy that the U.S. famously has had a great deal of trouble handling. We could take Greenland in a day, but we cannot hold it as our equipment will not work on the environment. Well, I mean, like, to take it would be to occupy it, right? But it would not be taken. It would be like, oh, yeah, we've captured Greenland, and they surround it or something, and they just make life bad. And they they try to lock it out, and then it would just become a war because NATO would be like, well, fuck off. Denmark would definitely not like that. Germany wouldn't like it. It would just be a war on Greenland. And it would be like they would keep it to Greenland. It would just fuck the people of Greenland for a while. And in the process, it would be the least popular war of all time. The only thing that could make it popular at all is if, like, an Icelandic fucking berserker blows himself up in the White House and kills Donald Trump with him. You know what I mean? Like, and then the people go, oh, can't believe they attacked. Actually, we would fucking cheer, but, you know, it'd have to be an innocence thing, frankly. Iceland would have to blow up a bus of school kids for them to get any sort of, like, animosity at this point. Iceland is more unpopular to Donald Trump's administration than ICE is by 1%. It's about 20%, like negative. It's like negative 20% approval rating for this. I keep saying Iceland because, I'm saying Iceland because Donald Trump called it Iceland 30 times today in his speech, and I was watching those clips earlier in the boys' chat that I have on my phone. I keep calling it Iceland because Trump did.
They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money. But that dip is peanuts compared to what it's gone up.
He's making me dumber on accident. Can you imagine if I liked him? Can you imagine what happens to a person who agrees with him? They just go, oh! He's poisoned my mind already.
Like, if let me ask you a question. If China tried to take over to Greenland, do you think that Europe could repel them without the help of the United States? Really simple question. Do you think that they could do that?
Repel? Yes. Some Afghanis, without any of the help of the United Nations or NATO, repelled the United States with, like, old Kalashnikovs. Vietnamese soldiers did the same fucking thing by, like, digging holes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I do think they can, especially because, like, okay, let's say you do it at the best time, like fucking summertime or something, and you're like, okay, it's great, and then isolate fucking volcano, ash everywhere, you're fucked up, communications go down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're good. Fucking nor'easter comes through, and just now you have a fucking huge storm, and you can't handle it. Like, these people live there, man. Tell him to go raid the land of the Vikings. Greenland is not going to just fucking give way. It's like mountainous and volcanic. It's not an easy land. It is fertile now.
Because in my opinion, I don't think that they could. I think that China would take it, and that would be it.
You think China is going to take Greenland because they can just go over the fucking ice cap? Like, the worry here by capitalists has been, because do you guys need to see the top of the world? So as you can see, the United States, Russia is right here. You have some China over this way a little bit, kind of, sort of, but I mean, like, it's Russian for the most part, along with the United States because of the Alaska situation. And then this is ice. So what they're worried about is, of course, that this is no longer going to be ice due to runaway capitalism burning the world. And so someday they expect liquid water to be here. And so we have to go to Greenland, and we have to take that so that we don't get attacked over the ice. Do you know where they're really, if China wants to attack you, they're doing it over Alaska like in Fallout. Why would they go all the way to fucking Greenland? This has no, they have, like, what do you mean? And you're saying, oh, I don't even think Europe can fucking get there. Europe is fucking closer than we are to Greenland. Iceland's right here. You know what I mean? The United States basically would have to hope for allyship with Russia, who would then be crossing the fucking North Pole every day to help, I guess. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work. This is not a theater of war that we can win. Canada's not gonna fucking help us. So now we gotta fly around Canada. We have to go around Canada. They're not gonna fucking let us start in the fucking Hudson Bay. These guys, you can't even look at a map. How can you even think that this is possible? This is the American thing, man. They think, okay, we won World War II or something. And they're like, yeah. Did we occupy and take Germany? Like, no. We fucking bombed the shit out of everybody and killed everybody and left. There's no, like, obtaining land and keeping it is so different now. It's just not happening. I mean, yes, they want to justify further isolationism, but, like, really what this is Trump running away from the Epstein files.
Yes, I don't think so. I really don't. NATO, I actually don't think so. Mm-hmm. I don't. And I think that a lot of people, this is one thing.
Dude, Asmongold couldn't name a single aspect of the foreign militaries that he thinks would stop or not be able to stop this. He can't think of anything about the American military that's unique that can make this happen. He just thinks we're bigger and stronger, and our power level is bigger. We're higher level in the video game, so we just get to win. And it's just like not how it fucking ever works.
Thing that's happened is that a lot of these countries, their militaries are not that big. They're not that strong. Even Russia's military, I think, is a lot weaker than people had expected it to be.
See what I mean? Just weaker, stronger. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Okay. So they have nuclear power. Do you honestly believe that the USA, what is this here, could fight the biggest countries on Earth all at once?
No, they couldn't. You would also see, I guarantee you'd see Mexico and South America to some degree fucking go against this as well. I bet they would stop importing and they'd be like, okay, we're going to export elsewhere. This is not tenable. You would see an isolationist United States be crumbled from within because we don't have the manufacturing, we don't have the capability. Like, all that's going to happen is working class people in his fucking chat are going to suffer, and he's still going to, numbers wise, make $1 million or whatever, several million, and be fine.
The USA is at wars, others would attack
because they're so stupid.
Well, I mean, if you think China would attack us if we had a conflict, I don't think that.
Yes. Do I think China would use an opportunity like the United States overextending itself in Greenland for several years to make a play on something they wanted, like just taking Taiwan, for instance, and then becoming that much more of the world power? They don't even have to directly attack America and ever provoke it. They're smarter. All they have to do is let America kill itself because that's what we do best.
Take the USA out of this conflict entirely, right?
Uh-huh. So take the USA out of the conflict that you're saying is only contingent on the USA?
Like, don't even consider, by the way, yes, people say maybe, I don't know. I mean, nobody wants to have an all-out war because it would result in nuclear weapons being used and everybody dies, okay? It doesn't matter what the reason is.
Okay, so you think it would be bad for Donald Trump to start a world war? Me too.
You don't want to have that happen. All that being said is that
you know what I think? I genuinely think that we, the United States, would be the first to nuke a fucking random population center of somebody that we weren't for, like fucking literally just Greenland or someone like that. Denmark. And then Europe, quite politely, warns the United States citizens, okay, don't be in any cities. Abandon your cities. You know what I mean? Quite politely warns them and then uses strategic missiles to obliterate all of the shit. They'll take, Israel isn't going to have any sort of, we can't arm ourselves and Israel at the same time, so that falls in the process, which is an added benefit of the crushing of our American hegemony over the world. And then it's really just the Chinese. You are now at the whim of everyone you have bullied for 400 years. You know what I mean? And really mostly since the 40s. But before that as well.
When Greenland is, if it's attacked or they try to take it, like let's say Russia tries to take Greenland. If Russia sends a bunch of guys over to Greenland, how the fuck is Europe going to get it back? Realistically, are they going to bomb Russia?
So now you're saying, okay, so 1 second ago, Russia didn't have a huge army and they're getting their shit kicked in by Ukraine, right? This is actually happening. They are getting their shit kicked in. So now you're saying they're going to come over and help us take Greenland because now we have sort of a Trump-Putin alignment, which they acknowledge but don't want to at the same time. They can't say that they're on the same team and both kleptocrats, but also, yeah, they are. And you think Russia would just help us, and you don't think that you don't think the European nations and all of the other nations that are going to align with them, which includes and now Venezuela, consider them, and then, you know what I mean? I guarantee you Mexico and Canada would be on board as well. Guaranteed. Like, you're just not going to get this. You're going to have to see Donald Trump be deposed, or like, I just don't see this running in a good direction for the United States in any way. To game this out has no benefit. Like, they think oil is not the future. It wouldn't even matter. Like, imagine, okay, so let's just say flawless victory, you take Greenland and you anger the rest of the world in the process, of course, and then they divest from American oil. I guess you just sell to Russia, who's trying to sell. Like, I don't know why the oil companies would, resource wars, but it's not a resource we need to have a war over. We do not need to have a war over oil at all. Oil is useless in the long run. It will run out. It is running out. And it also harms the environment to use in such quantities. But to convert solar energy, wind, geothermal, etc., these are all obviously renewable, efficient, reliable. Nuclear, of course. And just, instead of just all in one package, and then you're still going to have oil and combustion and still things happening for all sorts of applications as we move away from it. But you don't need to just strain this one system just because you really like it. You like the investors. It's so stupid. These guys don't think on any level. Like, Asmongold has no fucking clue how any of this works, of course. He's just a roach.
Are they going to blow up their boats over there? I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that's going to happen at all.
He literally thinks about it like an RTS. He's like, well, they're going to run out of boat units.
And I know that you guys might say, oh, no.
They will definitely blow up Russian boats. Russia can't invade Greenland without being blown up. You're going to get blown up.
It will. I actually don't think it will. And you guys say yes. I don't think so. And this is just purely my prediction, right?
It's literally a NATO treaty. They have to. I just don't think there's any way to game this out. I have a really good buddy, Dom. He's been on the program a couple times. That maybe he should come on and talk about this if it does pop off, because he is going to go through and just systematically destroy pretty much any sort of argument in favor of doing this. It's just not smart. It doesn't make any sense.
It is. It's my pure prediction. And NATO, bro, I don't think so.
I do.
Why do you guys say NATO as if NATO is like a magic spell? NATO isn't a magic.
You're saying that the United States is a magic spell. NATO is definitely a conglomeration of countries capable of dissuading the U.S. from doing stupid shit.
Spell it's a suggestion. It's a agreement, it's an alliance, and every alliance and every agreement is only as strong as the person who is upholding it. That's it. So it doesn't matter, oh, wow, this is it. And the U.S. is NATO. Okay, so you're missing my point again. I said if the U.S. didn't help. I added that in. Why?
If the U.S. doesn't help, what? I'm looking at a chat full of dumbasses and a streamer that is a dumbass. I don't understand why he's arguing this.
This is such a simple concept. Why is it so hard for people to understand this hypothetical? Like, this is such a simple hypothetical question that people keep making arguments against it that's not even there. Like, I'm asking a super, super simple question here. And why would America help? NATO is nothing. So they can't use NATO. Exactly. Because to the extent that the United States is the majority of NATO and the United States is the deciding factor on whether they're able to accurately repel a invasion or an incursion by another superpower like Russia or China.
What? We're the invading superpower. The United States is the invading superpower here that is going to be repelled. I don't know why he thinks Russia's going to do it first or something.
To the extent that the United States is the only main factor in that is the extent that, yes, obviously NATO isn't that like Europe is not able to repel a threat from Greenland without the United States.
You're wrong. That's not true. The United States has not been protecting Greenland from any threats. This is not a good argument or whatever he's doing. This is not a good hypothetical.
And I think that because of that, that's the leverage that Trump is.
Is this guy the most... Yeah, he is the most popular... We'll call him a political streamer, sure. He's the most popular Trump streamer right now, that's for sure. But kind of just because he gargles balls without thinking about anything?
Using in order to get Greenland himself. That's the entire point of it, right? And so I think that's why. Don't get cocky, Baldy. I'm not getting cocky. I'm just saying this is...
They call him Baldy.
What's going to happen. Like, and again, guys, I'm so sure of this, I bet $15,000 on it with you guys. I'm sure this is what's going to happen. Like, again, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. And you're going to see, everybody's going to find out, and I'm going to be fucking right. So, yes, and I don't know why Putin already said it best.
Does he get Russian fund? Did they move off of Tim Pool and just start paying this guy? Really asking.
Yes. Vladimir Putin even fucking agrees with this. Look at this here.
Oh, even Vladimir Putin agrees. Wow.
You'll see it will happen quickly soon. They'll all stand at the feet of the master and gently wag their tails. Everything will fall into place. Europe has no realistic response to President Trump wanting to annex Greenland. It's too important for the future of the United States, and we have a president that understands that. It's only a matter of time.
Look at the cocky face of the Roach in front of you. His mandibles splayed side to side for all to see. The despot of a failing state agrees with me. I know, right? Dude, both of these men are going to be dead before any of this occurs. That's fucking crazy. I'm sure this is also quite an accurate translation from RT as well.
So there it is. Even Putin says this.
Even
Putin. And
even Putin, and we know that he would be the last person to say something like this.
He's right. I mean, I think so. I think he's right. Has something changed since Biden's term? Nothing's changed. They were happy to carry out any order from Washington under Biden. They just don't like Trump. They fought him actively, really interfered with his political life and the election process in the United States.
Like, listen to him say that. They interfered with the election process. The NATO? What? NATO did?
And they were confused when Trump suddenly won. Yeah. I think a lot of people were. And they mentally like Biden more. You know, mentally.
In what other way would you be like liking something?
Sure. But Trump has different ideas about what's good, what's bad, including gender policy and some other issues. They kind of don't like it. Yeah, there's 17 genders.
Not to be woke, but there's so many more than that. You can't even count all the genders, dude.
Or 70, sorry.
Nope, even more.
I assure you, Trump with his character persistence, he'll restore pretty quickly. Oh boy. And all of them, as you'll see, will quickly soon, they will stand at the master's feet and gently wag their tails. Oh my god. He is just out there talking shit.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin out there talking shit about all these powerful leaders that don't like him. That's crazy. He's never done that. They're just so fucking stupid. He has got Putin and Trump's dick in him right now at the same time. That's pretty impressive.
So, yeah, I mean,
He's getting fucking pig roasted.
I do. I think he's right. I do. I think he's completely right. Is he glazing Trump? I think that Putin is doing this in order to drive a wedge between Trump and Europe, right? I think this is a strategic behavior to do. That's probably the reason why he's actually doing it. But I think that in this circumstance, he's also correct. Is that, yes, they're going to act like Trump is this terrible guy. They're going to go and be like, oh.
Disgusting, dude. They're going to be like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. We don't support this guy. We're not going to agree with him. We're not going to give in to his demands. And then later on, they end up doing it. I think that's what's going to happen. And again, maybe I'm wrong, but again, I have $15,000 saying it's not. So yeah, it's propaganda. You'd be unwise to take it at face value. Well, I'm just listening. I'm not taking it at face value. I mean, this is the same thing that I've been saying, right? I mean, this is just my opinion. Can you imagine that? It's my opinion.
Boomer mentality has been absorbed by this cockroach, and he has just decided that having an opinion is as valid as you have to get. You don't have to do anything else but have the opinion. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to do anything. You just got to have it, and that makes it valid, and no one can say nothing. It's fucking whiny, dude.
So anyway, Trump is a Russian agent now, definitely. So anyway, if we end up getting Greenland and all of the things that they had said, and this is what my prediction is of what's going to happen, okay? I think that they're going to complain, they're going to protest, and then eventually they're going to come to a deal, and we're going to get Greenland, and then that's going to be the end of it. I think that's what it's going to be. I think that eventually they will come to the table, and they will eventually give it up. That's what it's going to be. And you can clip it. People are in denial. Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of you guys that are from Europe, and you're watching this, and you might...
I don't think Denmark wants that whatsoever. It seems that they're pretty clear that that's not what's going to happen. They're like, nope, we're not interested. I love keeping this tweet up. The U.S. needs Greenland so much for national security that it has closed all but one of its bases there and keeps only 150 soldiers on the island, while Denmark would allow as many U.S. troops as it wants. I think they should undo that, though. I think they should expel all those troops. Not even allowed to say no? Yeah, but now, I mean, what's the point?
I think that, like, this is bullying or Trump's bullying Europe. And to an extent, you'd be right. Trump kind of is bullying Europe. But what I'm saying is that even if that is the case, it's going to work. I think it is going to work. And that's basically it. Trump backed off like a pussy. What do you mean, wag their tails? All right. We're going to see what happens.
Calling warmongering bullying. Yeah. Playing with human lives like that. I mean, I really think the second Nuremberg could come around and it would be all right.
I could be wrong, but I don't think that I will be. That's all there is to it. So we're going to find out. And yeah, that's it. You're underestimating Europe? I'm underestimating Europe. Okay. All right, let's find out. Yep, let's find out.
Let's find out. Won't be my ass holding a gun and dying. It will be somebody else. Probably some of you in chat. Let's go. Subscribe immediately. Anyone trying to die in a war for expansionist regime? A sovereign nation?
And not at all. Yeah, I know. Not at all. Europe's already fucked, kind of in beta. Something structurally wrong with our continent. I think the reason why, so this is the issue really with Europe, is that Europe is already fighting an existential threat inside of every single one of their own countries because they're being besieged by migrants that are tearing apart their countries and raping their women.
So as you can see, pretty classic racist, white supremacist stuff. Fumigation now. If I was president, I would run on fumigation.
This is causing a lot of internal problems. And these internal problems, I think, damage a lot of the patriotism for the country. And so those people are like, I mean, who wants to go out and die for their country whenever their country is being invaded by a bunch of third world migrants that are raping people and your government is putting you in jail for talking about it?
I definitely think people should be put in jail for this kind of shit. This kind of like just frankly lying. It's pretty bad. The thing that hurts the world the most right now is the profitability of misinformation, and it should not be the case.
So, big surprise.
Lying as a job, exactly.
Is that a lot of people probably don't want to join the army. It's not like whenever Hitler was there and everybody was ready to go and fight Hitler. I mean, this is not a situation like that. So that's number one.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Donald Trump would be the Hitler in this situation. The United States would be the Nazis if they invaded fucking Greenland, man. So yeah, it would. You're seeing European fervor and patriotism rise as anti-US sentiment rises, and sort of like a worldwide, well, fuck them towards the US from most fucking countries right now.
Number two, I think it gets even worse, right? Democrats love them too. Yeah, in some cases. But on top of that, you have the fact that they're already trying to fight Russia. Like, all of their resources. Here's also another piece of logic here, right?
Please, some logic.
Which one makes more sense to go after? Does it make more sense to like go after the United States and try to protect Greenland, or try to help Ukraine? I mean, I think very obviously protecting and helping Ukraine is a better idea.
So you think the play is right now leveraging Greenland on the other side of the world to help Russia with Ukraine, or to I guess put that on the table to be fucking toppled? I think you can do both. Yeah, he's just stupid. I think he can definitely do both. He wants Ukraine to lose. Yes, he's a big Russia guy. He loves Russia. He loves Trump.
So they're already going to be
there?
split doing two different things. And I think that really, if you don't think that matters, then ask yourself, why is it that Russia did not help Venezuela? They didn't help. I'll even go back farther. They didn't help Iran the first time that they got bombed. They didn't help them whenever Israel was blowing up their guys 1, 2, 3. They didn't help in Venezuela. They didn't do anything there. And then also now we're moving all of our ships over to Iran again, and Russia can't do a fucking thing.
Maybe Russia sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Russia's not good? He's taking Russian money, dude. I would be shocked. The only other thing that could possibly be happening here is it's plausible, is that he's just such a fucking dumbass that he has been swept into like the fucking RT propaganda and it's worked on him. You know?
So the entire idea that, oh yeah, Syria, well, they let the guy from Syria go to Russia also because they can't. Yeah, they can't do it. They're already overextended into Ukraine, and I think Europe, it's the same thing. They're already invested into that. So I don't think so. I disagree. I think using Ukraine as a distraction against Russia is a good idea. I think it is too. But my point is that I don't think that Europe is going to use two forces and fight on two different fronts like that. I don't think it's going to happen. Does not break the current hegemony the USA has. I think it actually enforces it.
It enforces it? No. We've gotten rid of all of our soft power around the world. We pretty much gave our soft power over to China because we're like, it's woke to make sure kids don't die. And so now the only experience people have with America is being brutalized. Even Americans. You can't export being dog shit to everybody and hope that people love you instead.
I think the fact is that if Trump is able to take Greenland, basically subjugate Venezuela, get rid of Iran's dictatorship, and then also take over places like Cuba.
Is he going to say Nobel Peace Prize?
I think that pretty much locks it in. I mean, I know people might not like this, right? But like, really think about that. That's nuts.
Now we're taking Cuba as well? Yeah, I don't know. That's nuts. It's like a risk board for him, but he doesn't know the rules. He's like, I just get to have stuff. No struggles at all. These simple things like fighting insurgent wars we've never won. You're never going to win an insurgent war and just take a place. It will never happen.
Like, really? I mean, like, yeah, you get like fucking like 3 or 4 different territories. That's insane.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And, bro, you're going to have no allies? I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, like...
What do you mean that's not... It's of course not true. At best, you'd have Russia.
Fact is that, like, you can say that, but I don't think Europe is going to just not work with us after that either.
Disagree. Big disagree. They were already talking today about putting massive fucking tariffs on the country.
I don't think it's going to happen. And also, I think, again... I've given my prediction. I've said it multiple times. People want to disagree over and over.
We'll have Israel. Israel won't be a thing. We will be spending too much time trying and failing to hold a million different territories if he was in charge of this, right? And that was even close to reality. To help Israel would be wasteful and unrealistic, and they'll fall too.
It's what I think is happening right now. And I see some guys in the chat that are saying this. I think there's a lot of patriotic Europeans that are frustrated about the fact that this is...
He's just going to say migrants? Migrants mean we have to take Greenland is fucking stupid. That is some of the dumbest shit I have heard from a human mouth in a while. And I realize it looks like a cockroach, but it is technically a human inside this body.
It's happening. You guys think it's unfair. It's ridiculous. Trump is a blundering, just fucking buffoon. He's walking around. He's talking like he's going to own your country. He's pissing you off. You're angry about it. And I'm going to be honest, guys. If I was in Europe, I'd feel the same way. I'd be so fucking mad. It's annoying, isn't it? I bet it is. But the fact is that it can be annoying, but it can also be true.
I can't believe he's getting cooked by his own chat. I don't think it's going to be true. I would fall for rage bait personally. I know, man. He's just not a very bright guy, and for some reason, maybe it's because he's an idealized version. He's like the platonic ideal of a fail son that just like has spent his entire life roaching up in the attic and playing like fucking World of Warcraft and doing nothing else except being miserable. And for some reason, I mean, they had to pick one guy on the internet, because there's lots of them, to be the most popular one of them, and I guess it's him. I guess he's just he's like a coalescing of all the vile things that these guys are, and because he's such a stereotypical cockroach that, I mean, it was a natural outcome, I guess, for him.
It is. It can also be true. I think that's it. The world's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. I think publicly everyone will bitch, but quietly people will thank Trump.
Disagree? He's rotting teeth. He had to suck the scum off his rotting teeth before his next words.
I don't know about thank Trump, but I think that they'll come to the bloviating dirigible. Yeah. I mean, I bet the Europeans hate Trump. If I was in Europe, I would hate Trump too.
He keeps undercutting every argument he makes. He's like, well, I don't think the demoralized Europeans are there. And just his chat, just a small sample of people who are already most likely his sycophants, are pissed off and don't like it. And they're like, yeah, I would pick up a gun tomorrow. You know what I mean? So silly.
The guy talks about how terrible your countries are. He's all the time he's an asshole. Like, yeah, and I get it. They do. I get you guys do. I don't blame you. I understand it. And I know that some people what I'm saying is you guys probably don't like him from a patriotic standpoint. You might hope that maybe you got a guy like that in your country that was like Trump, that wanted to get rid of migrants and stuff like that. Sure. But you don't want to
wants to get rid of migrants. All of them are migrants. Every single one of them. This is just Israeli. Don't they realize how Israeli they sound? Because this guy's a real fucking anti-Semitic freak. This guy's extremely anti-Semitic. Look at this. Welfare-addicted Jews have invaded New York is one of his videos. 2 days ago. By the way, the people he's talking about, all Zionists as well. But he doesn't realize how much the same they are. It's so crazy.
Hear it from him, right?
He's a Nazi, yeah.
Want to hear it from this other guy on the other side of the world who's talking about owning all of your countries. I totally understand this. It's not like it's incomprehensible or anything like that. It totally is. Not Polish people, though. Eastern Europe, though. My country's queen mocked Trump and it was funny. Sure. Yeah, and I think that's fine. But I think that they're going to make jokes about him publicly, and privately they're going to say, what do you need, Mr. Trump? That's what I think's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's going to happen. Frankly, I think everyone is realizing that though we do have the capacity for short-term violence, this is not a tenable situation for the United States to take on. It's just not going to work. We haven't done the thing that you're saying that we can do since before the modernization of since before rifling was really a full thing. You know what I mean? We started really colonizing prior to rifling. After that, it was we had civil wars and shit. It was hard.
And at the end of the day, we do have the biggest military. We did just...
We don't. We don't have the biggest military. We have a pretty big and expensive military, for sure. But China has the biggest military.
Capture that guy straight out of Venezuela. We literally brought in the fucking Space Marines. We captured the president without losing anybody.
The Space Marines. There were several injuries on that. There were several American troops or whatever they got shot.
After we just turned off their country for an hour, yeah, I think that that's pretty substantial. I do. And yeah, he got yoinked, exactly. Trump cares more about Sweden than
This guy's gonna die from gingivitis, or it's gonna it's probably already infecting his brain, which is the point.
I disagree. As a Swede, Trump cares more about Sweden than our government does. We are called Swedistan for a reason. Swedistan, huh?
Just finishes with the most racist guy in chat. That's the end of the video. That's how he ends it. So, any platform that has Asmongold on it should be maybe considering not allowing him on it. Pretty clear racism, anti-Semitism, and just dumb fuckery, dude. Sweden probably has like one Muslim guy. Oh, yeah. But it lives next to the guy in his chat, so gotta be really upset about it, dude. The Roach King. It's a matter of time. I mean, he doesn't go outside that much, but it's a matter of time before something happens. He's too filthy. There's no way he can maintain his form, right?